Hi everybody and welcome to Daily Scuba News. So as with so many news outlets over the past year or so, I'm going to be talking about face masks, unfortunately. But face masks are part of everybody's everyday life now, but they're now combining with something else that we've been dealing with for years: pollution. So because of the demand and use of single-use face masks, they all have to end up somewhere, and let's face it, not everybody disposes of them responsibly. So we're seeing more and more face masks ending up in our waterways and our environment. And other than collect them and dispose of them properly, what do we do with them? And this is the question that has been on the minds of researchers at the Australian Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology. So these researchers have been experimenting with shredded masks and mixing that with aggregates to actually build road surfaces. Now, they worked out that by using masks for 1 kilometre of road, they would use up roughly 3 million face masks and save about 93 tonnes of masks from just ending up in landfill. The road surface would be both stronger and more flexible than traditional methods, so the road itself will be a little bit better than traditional methods, allowing the road just to move a little bit and compensate for road use. And when you consider that an estimated 6.8 billion masks are used around the world daily, it kind of makes sense as a good way to put those discarded masks to better use than just throw them in landfill. Some researchers, however, dispute this. Not necessarily that the roads wouldn't be good, but Sami Kara, a professor of sustainable manufacturing, says that we shouldn't confuse waste management with what is sustainable. It's all well and good going gun-ho into making roads with old face masks to make good use of them. However, we don't know that in 10 or 15 years' time down the road, maybe it's going to be our next environmental disaster because microplastics from the masks are leaching out and they're ending up washing into rivers and oceans. We just don't know that yet. Separate research into face masks and what they can do to our environment have found that masks are already a potential for microplastic fibers to be entering our environment. So we do need to slow things down and really understand what the potential outcomes could be. Others reviewing the study about making masks into roads think that the method is suboptimal. The using of plastic as part of a building filler wasn't the best use that they could make out of it, or use the highest value of the materials that we have. A long-term solution to the face mask problem would be to make the masks, the original masks, the single-use masks, compostable, or design the mask for reuse. So, as with so many things, it's great that we are finding ways to use those old masks. However, we do need to find alternatives so that we don't need to produce the same volumes of masks that we're creating at the moment. For me, I get that medical staff need them, the proper N95 masks, to keep things as sterile as possible. But for the general public, just nipping down to the shops, sure. I mean, reusable masks, they're not perfect, I understand that, but neither are full-on 95 masks if you don't wear them properly, which so few people do. I know that a lot of people have problems with reusable masks and single-use masks, but they undeniably can help to reduce the number of single-use masks that we need to make each day if people stop buying single-use masks and just buy a single or even a few reusable masks and then just wear those properly. But what do you think? I know the whole mask debate is huge still online, and for some reason it's kind of political at points, as if that has anything to do with it. But is using single-use masks as construction material a good use for them, or is there a better alternative that we can come up with? I mean, should there be a bigger recommendation towards reusable masks and try and dial back the production of single-use masks to only the needs of medical professionals and others who actually need them? Or should we move towards more of a global system to help collect and dispose of the single-use mask? Who knows? I mean, we certainly can't keep going at this rate, just kind of like throwing them because they are literally blowing around on the street and then eventually into our waterways. Anyway, let's discuss options and opinions in the comments section below. Thank you for watching and of course, safe diving.